Welcome back to another Habs Nation Podcast Fun Friday night. This is what we have tonight for you guys. Hopefully, an amazing, great weeks. This is the another night we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. What happening against the New York Islanders last night, the impact of particular what, the suspension of Brendan Gallagher, and many other news we got for you guys for the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to talk a little bit more also the what happening in the NHL the last couple of days about the news. And finally, at the end of the show, we're going to do, of course, the NHL game prediction Saturday, and then the Frenchy Quiz going to returning for one more time tonight. This is what we got, honestly, on this fun Friday night. Hopefully, we're going to go about approximately 90 minutes tonight and be ready for tomorrow night, the game between Montreal and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Only 4 games in NHL tonight. Already 2 inactive. First of all, the New York Rangers losing again 3-1 against the Vegas Golden Knights. A good trip overall for the Vegas on the road. And then the Pittsburgh Penguins losing at home 2-1 against the Florida Panthers. And then Pittsburgh is going to play against Montreal Canadiens tomorrow night. We're going to talk about this game, the preview of this game between Montreal and the Sidney Crosby back in the house with, again, the Montreal Canadiens. Interesting, the Metropolitan Division. If you start to looking about the wild card and NHL, you start to have a little bit a gap between many teams now. Like maybe like 10 days ago, maybe 7 days ago, it was really close. I would say to you maybe 2 points. Now we have an approximately 5 point to 7 point to different team to make the wild card. And that's maybe a little bit difficult for Washington, Pittsburgh, Islanders. If we talk about the Metropolitan, the Devils. If you look about those teams, coach, are they going to make it, whatever it is, I feel like the consistency of their play is not great. And this is a bit my big concern about that. I don't see them to get a straight 6-7 W this year, the way they play right now. But you never know. And the time will tell us on the Western Conference. But Nashville right now is getting to get that 8th spot in front of the Blues and the Arizona Coyotes. 2 teams, I think the Blues and the Arizona Coyotes could become a sailor at the trade deadline. I don't see Minnesota get there. So I think Nashville could reach that wild card with right now the Kings. Well, a little bit disappointed to see the Los Angeles Kings right now at the spot number 7. That Pacific Division, guys, this is real. Like, you have the Oilers, you have the Vegas, you have the Canucks. And it's a big, big division right now on that one. So we'll talk about this tonight. So before we welcome everybody here in the chat, again, suspension for Brendan Gallagher will be the big subject. We're going to talk about this a bit earlier. Rick Bengal is in the house. He talked about the Laval Rocket are losing now 3-2 on the road. He still have one more period to play about that. And Rick is in the house. And Rick said 5 game he dropped for Mr. Brendan Gallagher. You're absolutely right about that. 5 game suspension for Brendan Gallagher. I tried to get a little bit more better on the top one over there. Do we get that one? That much to give you about that one. Zevlekav is in the house. Gallagher cannot follow the rim anymore. I think Gallagher at his full capacity is about 20-25 seconds per shift. Zev about this one. So that would be the one. It is what it is. For that one, by him out, there was no excuse for what he did. So the cost of Gallagher, for me, it's like sometimes you have to be careful. So let's see the cost of Shane of Gallagher. So if we decide to buy out Gallagher tonight, right? So the cost of Gallagher next year, right? The Montreal Canadiens on the salary cap have only $500,000. Oh, this is a great news, coach. Now, after that, for the next 5 years, 5 years, the next 5 years, you have to pay him $2 million on salary cap, $4.6 million on salary cap, and then 2.1, 2.1, and 2.1. Do you think this is the right way to do to buy out Gallagher and carry on those kind of money on your salary cap to pay a players? You know, you have a limit of three. The buyout is two, but you have a limit of three players you can carry on money on your salary cap. So I feel like it would not be the right decision to do that. That would give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You have to carry on the money of Gallagher for the next 6 years. In my opinion, this is not the best idea to do. I respect all of you. I just be with Zeph to said I would be disagree with that decision for the Montreal Canadiens for that one there. Zev, the 5 game are well deserved. This is no excuse. I agree with that part of there for sure. Zev, the 5, I think everybody is going to be agree with that one for this. If I was Martin Saint-Louis, I would put him out of the lineup, but that was not a team player move. He's already out for five game, so he cannot, he cannot get more. Justin Lapravoise de Laval des Rapides est de retour avec nous ce soir. Welcome back. Let's think about Zeno Chara get nothing for taking the head of Pacioretty a few years back. And Shane Pinto got suspended for 41 game for the presumé gambling. Well, you cannot compare Pinto's situation with Brendan Gallagher. This is two different things about that. The gambling I think it should be more game, by the way. It's something the player cannot do that. And it was at least 41 game is a minimum for those kind of players. They cannot do those kind of gambling. On Gallagher, Perron got 6 game when he got his suspension a couple of months ago. This is a part of what is the NHL. So I would say to you, Ghislain, about Chino Chara, if he was a clear hit and funded on the ice, I don't think so. Pacioretty is getting removed that way of his injury. Honestly, the glass on the board is really have the impact of the injury of Pacioretty. Now, I'm not saying to make any excuse about Chara, but the situation of this is really difficult for Chara. When you hit someone, you hit the glass on the board. Saying that they around they change the way they protect the players on the ice about that, Ghislain. So for me, I try to answer to your question about that or your comments about that. Roy said, nasty headshot from an obviously a frustrated Gallagher. Interesting to note, Gallagher has never personally been suspended, only fire for players' safety. Yeah, Gallagher never been that way. Huberdeau hit a player last night. It didn't happen. Again, it's a moment of the situation. Do really believe Gallagher try that way or they have an impact like this? I'm not sure about that. But honestly, it was deliberate to put his elbow a little bit high on that one. Unfortunately, he paid the price right now. Samuel, welcome in the house, Samuel. Thanks to be talking to the show. Google, if it was Martin Saint-Louis, I would talk to him and probably keep him off of the ice during the final 10 minutes when he had the lead about that one over there. And split of Gallagher has been a problem so far this year. But, we're going to talk about this a bit later, what Martin Saint-Louis did after the game about Gallagher, everybody. Google, maybe 1 game, 5 existed. I would disagree with you, Google, about that. Minimum 5 game, I think this is the right number, maybe 6. But I think five game for him is honestly a good number for that. Peter Bonsai back in the house. Welcome back. If If it was glass, it would be maybe a penalty. End of the story. That why Sherrod did not get more for it. Camera and the league fans see it. Everybody see it. Only Montreal fans, they really gel down about that. I think the impact of the way Patrici left the building on the stretcher, and because it's Boston against Montreal, I think they have overreacted by the Montreal Canadiens fans of that level. Um, Peter, I think this is a bit much. I see like similar it so time no call on anything. You cannot consider Gogol other fact like what happening against Gallagher. You have to see the gesture of Gallagher, where it's a deliberate, big elbow up, and the target it was the head of Pelech. So for me, I don't see what happening to Gallagher before that. Google. Google said, I respect Gallagher about this. He is a gamer with some lifetime left. He is tough. But would you prefer to have Gallagher or to have Joshua Roy right now in the lineup? Google. Just ask her this question. Now you can tell me about Pesada or other players, but at the end of the day, do you think Gallagher brings a lot of things for the Montreal Canadiens? I'm not sure. Gallagher get rough up and he abused all the time. He has been the recipient of the worst hits with no repercussion. That of his heavy contract out there. Now, he's been on the blueprint, right? We not disagree about what he did in the past, right? He scored 30 goals a couple of times with the Montreal Canadiens. He's been a warrior. His work ethic always been great, with the Montreal Canadiens. But the last couple of years, he got hurt a lot. The last couple of years, he never been the Gallagher we expect to be when he signed contract at $6.5 million for many reasons. Again, I don't blame him to get that money. I just feel bad because we don't get the best of Gallagher anymore. And that would be, I believe, it will never change for now. It's going to be worse year after year. And we still have 3 more years to go with Gallagher. Stop next year. Gallagher cannot keep up with the pace late in the game. It's not about only the end of the game, guys. It's during the game. I will be honest with you. Watch him a little bit closely. When he get the 25 second on the ice, right? He has only one speed, right? It's always the middle, always a full down, and he tried to do everything in 35 seconds. After that, he had nothing inside the body. So you have to limit his time management. You have to limit his time on the ice. You have to be aware of where he's going to be. And unfortunately, that's the situation with Gallagher. For that one, Gary. And welcome back, Gary Conway. By the way, Rick, can you accept lose? Right? It's okay. It's already got 5 games long enough for him to think about the events. Great point about that, Ghislain. I think, Gallagher, professional he been over, 13 years now in NHL. He knows that. He understands. I would not be surprised he apologized for Pelech. That's part of the game, right? We don't want any player get hurt, but that's happening, honestly. Vegas corner to go 4-1. Purchase trade for Pierre-Luc Dubois. I don't know this is coming from as Takeo. Welcome in the house. I think it's the first time. If you are, welcome. And don't forget, guys, to click on the like. We appreciate a lot. Thanks to be with us tonight. Mr. Rick, welcome back. Been a speed demo, Google. Never been a speed demo. Mr. Enartap knocked the door tonight. Welcome back, Mr. Enartap. Thanks to be with us. What about Mr. Adam Vaillancourt? Back in the house from Kentucky with that beautiful Irene and the Bolola. Hopefully, you doing well, Adam Vaillancourt. We have Willie Snyder from Denver downtown. Arvada, Colorado, back in the house tonight. I want to be on the bus, but not under the bus this week, Woody. You are not, Woody, on the bus again this week. Oh, you want to be on the bus. You're not on the bus. We have a new one go to the bus, on the bus this week. I was confused with the jail, Woody. But you know the jail too. So this is good news about that one, Woody. Good game in Syracuse at 3-2 right now. Yeah, I feel that. There goes F. The only I see Gallagher out is to make a trade like we got rid of Captain Hoffman. I don't see anything going to go that way. I don't see Gallagher get traded until the last year of his contract, I believe. But, and après, c'est Vancouver, visit Golden Knight. Rick, that'd be great to do that. Mr. Sebastian back in the house. That's your right, Joseph. Xhekaj apologized to the coaching staff for his stupidity last night. We're going to talk about this in the next couple of minutes, about Xhekaj. Arber Xhekaj back in the house tonight. And mentioned breaking news: the Flyers signed for 8 years at $6.5 million, I believe. Owen Tippett, Tippett draft by the Florida Panthers, got traded a couple of years ago to the Flyers for, again, Claude Giroux. And like I said, he signed a contract and the total of $49 million. Tippett have a good year with the Flyers. I think he have over 20 goals this year. Slavkovsky is not with the greatness. Patient about this. If we get a first round pick for it, I said trade him. Interesting, Zeph, you talk about this. I think Xhekaj, Xhekaj. I think Enartap is laughing right now because before we come live on the show, we text each other. He told me about the Colorado Avalanche sign Zach Parise for a 1-year contract with the Colorado Avalanche. And for the month, and then after that, I talk about him about Xhekaj. Do you trade Xhekaj for the first round pick? And we have a couple of conversations there. We're going to talk about this the next couple of minutes. 11 minutes to go remaining. Syracuse 3, Laval 2. About all my second answer tonight. You can copy them. Here we go. Mixer Fixer back in the house tonight. Fixer is the winner of the Frenchy Quiz 2 weeks ago. Did not do well last week, but he's tried to come back tonight a little bit better. Let's not discount the St. Louis Blues and the mix now. And our tap. Yeah, I don't see the Blues go that direction in our tap. The Shock is in the house tonight. Do you think the Penguins will miss the playoff for the second consecutive year? Let's hope not. Shocks. I predict the Pittsburgh make it, but not sure about that. They are right now power play with 13 minutes to go remaining. The power play did not do well since the beginning. And Mr. Randy Walkman is in the house. No, we can. No, we can do that. Welcome back, Mr. Randy Walkman from Alberta. It's unusual for Gallagher, some goalie interference. Okay, yapping, pushing around. Okay, but what was like it for Palash? This is a good point about that, Mr. Fixer, about Gallagher behavior. I can understand this. I can it's a great way about this to describe honestly what Gallagher did. The Pittsburgh Penguins guys, their power play is miserable. Nicolas de Gauby-Bonneau, back in the house dans la belle région de Sherbrooke, dans la belle province du Québec. Il est de retour avec nous ce soir, Nicolas. 5 games, je trouve ça, c'est trop. I don't think so for Nicolas. This is the right number for me. His only FC Gallagher out is to make a trade line. We got of the captain Hoffman. Randy, coach, you let the Islanders take care of Gallagher. Yes, the Islanders lost yesterday by the score 4-3. 5 game because there was no way he could say it was not intentional. I agree with you about that one there. Come on quickly, we forgot how Gallagher bleed for his team. But it's not, it's because we don't live in the past, you know what I mean? Rick, Um, this is a kind of player, guys. It's happened a lot for many players in NHL. They sign a good contract. They maybe perform the first year. And then after that, they start with injuries at 30 years old, 29 years old, because they gave a lot. Colorado take the lead 1-0. O'Connor scores 12 goals this season. Um, I can tell you like Louis Eriksson. Uh, you can get Milan Lucic sign a contract. He did not deliver. He's not the only one, but it is what it is, right? Right. For me, whatever he did in the past, Rick, it's over. Whatever he tried, it's over. You're never going to be the Gallagher we saw him performing with Philippe Dano and Thomas Tatar a couple of years ago. It's a bottom six. Honestly, for me, is a four-line player now. He's a guy who have to play 7, 8 minutes per game, 9 minutes per game. He's a spy player. He try hard, but right now, I would prefer to get young players play over Gallagher. 4-1 Rangers losing right now again good night. Harry, welcome in the house. Ça va très bien. J'espère que tout va bien avec toi. He's lucky he did not bleed yesterday for that one over there. In Christmas Hockey Nation, Gallagher will be back in 5-game coach. I agree. The players should not gambling, but NHL should not taking gambling sponsor money about that. But this is a new way, Rick. This is a new world, right? The fan duel, the draft king. They make a ton of million. Not only the team, but the league. They are a sponsor, right? So it's not like it's like it's the same thing like I don't know, like a sponsor from the car. The player cannot do those stuff like that. It's not it's not the right thing to do for that. Now I think hopefully Pinto learn about this, and 41 game, it was the right number, by the way. Zef said Gallagher is a third best more four-line players now, not worth money for a Zamboni driver. Now, Zev is about where is Bernal Gallagher. I'm not looking about the contract. I'm looking for the players, and I'll be absolute about this for that. Gallagher will pay his due when he play next time. No worries about that. For that one, go goal. For that, 7 left and the Laval Rocket. Leon Renault watching Lane Hudson now losing to 1 to Jacob. Team lost Boston College. This should be a great game to watch. Of course, Boston College again at Boston University. Leon, about that, we know College have a great team, by the way. GSM. Gallagher is now a regret for the Habs ownership and the management. Yes, Chuck talk about Zach Cabaret. We talk about his contract right now. For that. Luc, salut mon Luc. Trop mal à tes vieilles jambes d'avoir monté les marches. Luc, c'est pas facile, mon Luc, maintenant. For that one. Randy, obviously, Luc, pas trop vieux pour perdre au quiz tantôt, mon Nicolas. Ça va bien. Fin février, mon Harry. Nico, commence pas. And the funny thing is that we need a forward, and neither are we are goalie and sitting winning defenseman. Good morning, Mr. Roy for Bangkok. Then the first sign, Ryan Pullen, 2 years contract. Here we go. Franco Iacono, welcome back. Don't forget, guys, to click on likes. Salut, coach, and all the chatter. Question: who Phil was Gallagher or Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi said he apologized to the team and coaching staff. Both are risky their NHL career right now. What do you think? Great point about that. I think I have, I have Wi-Fi to talk about him right here. The Xhekaj undisciplined. For me, Well, not for me, but we know he was returning in Laval a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago for a couple of things. First is his play to become better on defensive zone coverage, and then then the end splint. It was one of the reasons Martin St. Louis didn't was not very happy about that at some point. And he come back his first game. He does the same thing. 2 minutes for indiscipline again, a roughing, if I can recall it. And that was not worth it, the penalty. Last night he gave two penalty, and you have a great penalty and you have a bad penalties. And I think for him, he got beat, and then he come back with an high sick. You don't want to have a high sick for any player. He doesn't want to his intention, but because he got beat, he got that one. The second one, it was not very good for him, not very smart. Roughing, I believe he was on the back of the players. About that. The cost of that, is every time you have a penalty, it could change the momentum of the game. Every time you can get a goal in power play, you can now give the position of the puck more after that. You gave some energy to opponent team. And I think for me, Xhekaj, he need to learn about that to deliver a better, to keep his composure, be smarter. Like in our case, he said, be aware. The awareness to know, want to take a good penalty or the bad penalty. And obviously, it's planned for last night. He played only 11 minutes. They benched him a long period of time last night. Martin St. Louis defend more Gallagher at the press conference over Xhekaj. Xhekaj apologized to the coach this morning. He went to the office to talk to and his players. So you can see his character of Xhekaj, right? He realized that part for that. But the management told him, all right, we appreciate, but let's move on now for the next game. And this is really where I think you need to learn about that. He did not change anything at the game for the Montreal Canadiens. You can put Xhekaj at risk right now or anybody else. I don't think so. Like he make a big impact of the Montreal Canadiens, what the people was expected. Now, people said to me, I don't like Xhekaj. It's not because I don't like Xhekaj. Because I tried to show to you the reason why he got down about this. A lot of people lost the physicality. I would say to you guys, the game is changing. The game is not the same anymore. Last night, you see Pelech got destroyed with a really bad elbow to Gallagher. What was the reaction of the Islanders players last night? Which one ran after Gallagher after that? What happened after that during the game? Did you see any Islanders try to intimidate any player for the Montreal Canadiens? Did you try to hit harder or to be more physical? No. And the pass, this one there, you're going to see 2-3 bra on the ice. You're going to see 2-3 fight right away over there. They will try to reach Gallagher. Did not happen last night. This is a new way in hockey. When I said that, I don't say you don't need Xhekaj. What I tried to explain to you, the player like Xhekaj, it's not the same anymore in hockey. They don't have a lot anymore in hockey. Look about Tom Wilson from the Washington Capitals. Look what Wilson, if you look about his career right now, go get the stat, right? Look how many fights he has 7-8 years ago in NHL. Look this year, how many fights he got this year with the NHL. This is the new way in hockey. You don't have anymore those kind of the respond that part over there. Still have, I agree with you, but a guy like Xhekaj, for me, it will bring more on the Montreal Canadiens if they make the playoff, right? Prototype like a Chariot or Tanev, those kind of physicality could us last year in the playoff. You can go with Luke Shine and on that one over there. My concern for Xhekaj, for me, is like, can he become a top 4 with the Montreal Canadiens? Can he become better to Caden Coley? Can he become better to Lane Hudson? Can he become better to Mike Madison? Can he become better to Adam Engstrom? Um, can he become better to Jaden Strouble? And this is what now the Montreal Canadiens going to be faced to big decision in the next 2 years. Because if they don't move him on the on the winger, I feel like he's going to be a hard time to make the lineup on the basic every single game for the Montreal Canadiens. And someone talked about this earlier. Do you trade Xhekaj for the first round pick? They trade Romanov for a 13th round pick. They give you Kirby Doc, right? Do you believe they could trade Xhekaj to give you a top 10 NHL draft? I don't say this right now, but the next 2-3 years, I don't know about that. I understand what he brings on the table, but right now, for what he came from Laval, I don't see a big change on his play from today compared a couple of weeks ago. On my opinion, undisciplined first pass is not there. He's still struggling on defensive zone, everything like that. I think he needs more time in Laval to play more minutes and to develop on that place. But I can understand many of you love Xhekaj because he brings some fight or whatever you believe. But again, he has 0 fights and he come back. And I would be curious how many fights he's going to do until the end of the season. He's still with the Montreal Canadiens. But the time will tell us. Yours would have 6.5 million cap space at GSM about Gallagher. Great about that. Monsieur Gallagher is not good for today league. Bring young guys to develop. This is a great point, Mathieu. I just talk about, I would prefer to have a guy like Joshua Roy right now or Hanneman or any other prospect Montreal Canadiens over Gallagher. With all the respect for what he accomplished, what he did, I can see that and I understand that. But Mathieu, I think you need it about that one. About Zach Parise, son Gallagher with skate with Charlie Walker. For that, Bob the Uncle is in the house. Welcome back, Bob the Uncle. Thanks to be with Talking Nation show. RJ continues to sign Kevin Cravel, a 2 years contract. The Nashville Predator, the goaltender, I believe. And we'll see what happening. Gallagher injured was delivering suspension is broken hands. The broken hands. Gallagher suspension would be good for him. Give him time to rest. That's a good point about that one. Look, but that Gallagher gave is out for the ab and he is off of the tank left. Great point about this, Gary. Again, I'm not negative about Gallagher what he accomplished in the past. Now is the reality what we at. If Gallagher make $2 million, it will not be an issue as a four-liner play next 3 seasons. I agree with you about that, GSM. Tony Reardon in the house. Don't forget, guys, click on the likes. Welcome back, Tony. Hopefully, doing well. John the Garage is in the house. Welcome back. The Fun Friday night, guys, is more about an exchange between the people in the chat, and I bring your comments live. It's not like a template we have. We go up and down about that. So that's the reason we call this a Fun Friday night. This is a time for you guys who can sharing and your opinion and talk about this. So this is what we do the Friday night, by the way. Salut, John. I'm surprised it was only 5 games. It was obviously intentional. No one need to end career from cheap hit. I agree with you about that. Firstly, for Adam Pelage, this is the second time this year he got a concussion. He missed a couple weeks with the Islanders. Now this is not, that kind of play, John. I have to refer to you with the one got David Perron a couple of weeks ago. Perron have the same resume like Gallagher. No suspension before in the past. He got approximately 6 games, if I can recall it. Maybe someone can tell me more about in the chat. But great point, John. But I think 5 games is the right one. About that one there. Jeff talk about Pierre Dubois. About Facet, Pierre Dubois somewhat. Mr. Alan Barnes, welcome back, Mr. Alan Barnes. Long time we not see you around. Hopefully you're doing well. GSM, I'm sure management would get very creative, especially with the long-term management over the next couple of years with Gallagher. Google said Gallagher's style has never been involved speed. He goes to the place where others fear to tread. Yeah, I'm sorry about this, Google. He's still going to try to get there. Obviously, with his no speed anymore, look about his minus. I think he lead the Montreal Canadiens with a minus. I could be wrong about that. At least if I can look about this, I can tell you. Uh, right now, I just look about the stats of Montreal Canadiens. Minus. Gallagher is minus 21, guys, with the Montreal Canadiens. Sakaski minus 16, 15, Madison 14. And so he has a reason why he's minus 21, right? Why he got that? Because I believe he has struggling on defensive zone. It's just simple about that. I think this is a 5 power play for the Pittsburgh Penguins, guys. The power play is awful to watch tonight. Overpaid, not a team player, nothing good really. Zev about PLD. Welcome back. Fair, I thought that 3-game Ab would be fine. Amir can easily take his spot, JJ. I think Joshua Wood can take his spot, JJ. I think a young player could take his spot. I get a girl for sure, JJ. But you think 3-game? I would say 5-game for me. GSM fan can only hope they figure out with Gallagher. Fixer talk about Pierre's what? Maybe Gallagher contract is but bad at all. Fixer is great about this one over there. For that, how many are Ovechkin making for a goal? I think it's still a $9.5 million or $9 million goal is right now. Good evening, Luciano Graziano. Welcome back. Another monitor of the Hockey Nation show. Randy back again. Want to pick up high fixer. I want to pick high, so losing while Gallagher contract expire. John Gregor from Boston. Welcome back, John. Hopefully you're doing well. Big fan of the Boston Bruins. Big fans of the Hockey Nation. Glad to have you aboard. Don't forget, guys, click on like. That'd be awesome. Amazing how Xhekaj has become the new hitting bag for the Montreal coach, fans, press, etc. And our tap for Xhekaj. It's happened already. Sakaski in second season is not Frank Lafreniere by field maybe 4 years until he started to reach his potential about that. Just about Sakaski, you're right about that. The Avalanche take the lead 2-0. O'Connor have to go tonight. Joe Manella, welcome back in the house. Joe, Xhekaj should be converted as a forward position. I think for me, this is the way I would see this. I don't know why the Montreal does not want to do that, but time will tell us. Bonjour, Harry. 20 written, here we go. One, AJ Gray only got 1 game for cross-checking Hoffman in the face for that one. Absolutely, great point about this, Cameron. Welcome back, by the way, Cameron. Today, Australia Day, you have done under man at work. Here we go. Shucks. I actually think Gallagher got off pretty lightly. Gallagher absolutely intend to ensure him, but why we never know. Gallagher has ample opportunity to pull back. It's on his side, but did not. Yeah, this is, I mean, like I said, this is the game, 5, some of you says not good enough. What is good enough and what is not? But time will tell us. Listen, Gallagher seemed like the kind of guy he want to retire from hockey. It was seriously mess up mentally, mess him up mentally about that. Not easy, guys, right? As a players play hockey for many years, right? He loved the game. He they want to perform. This is their DNA. Right? And Gallagher is smart enough, like each one of you, right, to know his career is not like he was before. He tried the hardest he can to keep and to stay in NHL, right? And but when you see that, after that, he's starting to decreasing his quality of his game. It's very hard when you've been there and you're always performing before. But the time will tell us for that what happening. But great point about this. If Pittsburgh lose Florida, they can blame the tank for stupid penalty for GSM. I did not see the penalty. The only thing I see the power play, guys, is very bad. The Rangers scored the second goal now, 4-2 with 1 minute to go remaining. A little bit too far, too late. Like a guy coming back from the Warner situation. Franco don't know whether to say sorry or congratulations. Coach, would you turn Gallagher into the team Zamboni's driver for his trust? You cannot do anything, Joe, about that. He has to be there. He has to finish this game. He has to finish his career. By the time we tell us what could happen for him. It is what it is. But I think he has to become a full line for the Montreal Canadiens in the next 12 months for sure. Roger Delaney in the house. Thanks so much, Roger. All the likes we got so far. I'm not sure Gallagher can work for a team scout. I can see him extend his career as long as he can be a four-liner, roster, filler, fixer. Winifred Robert, welcome back, Winifred. I love Gallagher, but a blow to the head is playing very rough. I think I agree with you about that. The crunch 4-2 against the Laval Rocket, and not a good news for that one over there. Laval lost 4-2 from Luc Labarson. And Pittsburgh tied the game. Pittsburgh tied the game. In our tap, we can talk about this now. And that guy should fire. Luciano. Claude Richard, welcome back in the house, Claude. Hopefully doing well. Glad to hear you about around. Maybe things just went too fast for Xhekaj at the NHL level right now. Obviously, Wi-Fi has a reputation as being a guy who will fight and mix it up with other players. So the ref are absolutely watching him very carefully. He will either learn to be better or fall. I think he will learn, Bob. I think the time would give him the chance to be at that level, Bob. It's just a period of adaptation for him. Again, guys. Cooley, I believe, and Sakaski, they just barely play 82 games a full year in NHL. Xhekaj did not reach that level yet. All three are approximately 82, 85 games. So it's just a learning process for that, Bob. Hard to understand why the focus is only on Xhekaj penalties. Others have worse discipline penalties, such as Gallagher, Harris, Evans, Madison, etc. But the focus is only on Arber Unreal. The reason behind that, in our tap, is when this happened, where is on the ice, right? And this is a specific role he has with the Montreal Canadiens. If you remember the penalty he got against Tampa Bay Lightning, this is the reason why he got upset by Martin St. Louis. Very bad play by Xhekaj for that part. So that's the reason behind that. Again, yes, I would say a player is very close like him, in my opinion, is really Goalie. The flip side, I would say to you, Gallagher, his penalty is really bad on defensive, on the end of the game. And I think that people talk about this in our tap for that. Ted Howard, welcome back. Funny how everyone turn on the heart and soul of the ad, but one is messed up. Everyone, again, him, Wi-Fi game, break, nerve, first game back for that one. It was his second game last night. I don't want to give excuse, guys, about Gallagher. For me, it's simple for Xhekaj, by the way. It's nothing against the players. I think Xhekaj, he need to improve its front aspect of his game, right? First, discipline. Second, is defensive zone coverage. This is a two area he need to be better and better. Third is first pass on the breakout. Many times is get that part of there. And then to be a little bit aware about the player around him on the ice, right? Box out example, cap control about that. Those aspects of this game, you need to improve. Is it a Laval? Is it a Montreal? I don't have no problem with that part over there. I'm not the one to blame Montreal Canadiens about that. But this is what you need to work on this. Is it worse at any other defenseman, Montreal Canadiens? I don't know. I think I would prefer goalie over him on the left defenseman. I think I would prefer Madison over him. I would take Reynolds Trouble over him, right? Um, but again, this is the management of Montreal Canadiens. Abination play his way onto my team coach. I would give until the end of the game. Abination about that. I said that. I didn't have no time to respond to you, Abination. Xhekaj need to be more of the team players. I don't know about this, Gary. I don't think so. I think Gary will be disagree with that. I think he's the team players on his own ways for that, Gary. I think Mr. Try to make Xhekaj into something is not, look, interesting. Look, I don't know if Martin Saint Louis or the management, they can Colorado now take the lead 3-0, by the way. Look about that. I don't say you're wrong or right about that. I've been filming, Patrick, or what? Filming fixer. It's not the Sundays anymore, coach. It's a bit of the joke. People complain it's too tough and hard abnation. But he is out of position. A lot coach just said. I agree with you about Leon about that. I think Leon, you've been that way, Leon, since the beginning, the last couple of weeks, a month. Leon, he said always about that for Xhekaj, and I agree with you about that. That was just a one-off coach. If we watch recent cheap hit, there has been a retribution about that one over there. But look about this Luciano last night. Huberdeau cut the face of the players of the Columbus Blue Jacket. You can see Boomer, Joner try to reach Huberdeau, but nothing happened after that. Gerbranson pick up. He had nothing, no fight after that. But I can understand your point of view. Look, Luciano, about that. So slowly killing Xhekaj spirit for that one. Did look at the beer. Wilson is a position player, so Gary Gonnoyer. Huberdeau threw a cheap hit last night also. Luciano, here we go. For that one for sure. Maybe Randy can talk about this. Like I think they tried to do with Josh Anderson, tried to chant him and confuse him, fixer. Correct. Look at Florida visit Arizona a couple of nights ago. About that. And our tab is defending Arber because he won that employee pricing Costco. About that. I wonder if the lack of the response was the Islanders been shocked that it was Gallagher who did it. Perhaps Patrick or one myself have been more disciplined was on their mind, but it's some odd outreact. That's what's shocking for me, Bob. No, at that time of the game, it was 3-1. So if it was tie game or losing by one or lead by one, they would be a little bit more careful. But for me, I did not like the way they did Islanders. If Montreal happening this, I believe you're going to have a fans going to complaining about that. They're going to get other players was on the ice. Remember, like someone got hurt a couple of weeks ago, and then they was complaining about Zuski and everybody else on the ice, Cooley, whatever it was. They did not respond on that hit for that one. Xhekaj is the first one pick. Do it, just do it. We can draw in our tap to sweeten the deal. About that, and after doesn't want to trade Xhekaj, by the way. All on quarterback was not on the ice, and Martin was a scratcher. So seriously, wake up, coach. You cannot try said Heather told the player will not to jump about that for that one over there. For Ted. You don't need to be a quarterback or to be Martin on the ice. to defend your players, right? I don't know who it was on that one. But Mark trade Zuski Caulfield for Laney. They are garbage stuff core anyway. Mark, I don't know why the reason you do that. Uh, First of all, Mark, it's not like I don't know. I would just pass on that one. I don't have to talk about this honestly. Um, Google guy have to quit turning their back at the last second. You should have some responsibility for your own safety. Google for that. GSM management need to decide on Baron and Xhekaj. Both recent new deal will be one-way deal and one be waiver exam next season. Well, this is a good point, GSM, about that. Now, they don't have a lot of leverage to get a good contract at the end of the day, GSM, so the money, they will not be a factors. But now to moving them up and down, there will be a very big problem now, GSM. They don't have the share for sure. Great point about that. Frankie, self-sufficient for Xhekaj. I love Martin St. Louis, but I see no reason to destroy Arber mentally. I hate hockey now. Shame on us. Look like Mario Tremblay and Patrick Roy. I don't think so. Martin St. Louis destroy. I don't think so. They destroy Arber Xhekaj. For me, Frankie. Are you kidding me? Is the next Alexandre Luciano? Okay, and that tap is untouchable, Bob. About that, I like the boss better. Xhekaj, for the first one pick, best decision yet. John Garage. About that, Lenny is a lazy player. If I would trade a Xhekaj for a prospect, he can play right winger in place. Now we can talk about the trade for Xhekaj for sure. A little bit narrow. We can see on the replay that Huberdeau did not mean to injure. He knew he would do something wrong. So say the hype at the Lenny was way overplayed. Put Xhekaj as a forward, too many defensemen. But I think this is the way I see Xhekaj with them. In my opinion. But there we go. Hopefully Boston get Laney. That'd be great, Mark, to have Patrick Laney and the Boston Bruins. Abination, the Canucks are soft, could move Xhekaj for Olsen. I will not be take Olsen for sure. I'm done. Think you don't need a retired coach. We are gone for the month, not a couple of weeks. I'm done. I think you need to retire coach. He was gone for a month, not a couple of weeks. You talk about Xhekaj, Ted? Well, pushing Malkin and Montour. I don't understand, Ted, what you try to explain to us right now. I'm late, Gislain. Welcome back. Already have a turn winner. Samuel Delroy. There we go. Pasternak and Marchand are already for sure Hall of Famer. Winner from 30 to go. Gallagher, 5-game suspension, not enough. Too much on just perfect. For me, it's perfect numbers, just like if you compare like David Perron and other decisions they take about that one over there. For that one, got that one night rest submission. Then get back. I cannot even put into the words how thrilled I am. The Habs did not trade for Pierre. What a disaster he has become. He has the third round, no longer want him. Really, really bad about that, right? Many fans here, how many times we talk about Pierre Dubois in the chat here for that? Bob. Uh, a lot of fans want Pierre Dubois. I think in our top want Pierre Dubois. But the big question was always about the salary he was demanding and the way you trade for him. And it turned around to be a really bad trade right now for the Kings at this moment. The time will tell us. But right now, yes. Coach, do you see Colorado having some good data at the All-Star break? Willie, they don't have a lot of money. The reason they signed today Parise to try to bring some kind of experience in the team and some debt if ever happening. And they carry on only less than $1 million. So they will have to make the right deal with a low salary to get that. I think for me, they have two players they have to figure out what's happening. Nikoshkin with his problem, and then after that is Lestagog. Are they going to returning or not? We don't know. We don't know about that, Willie, but that would be where their decision will be based on that situation, Willie. Franco, question, Coach. Are you surprised that only Suzuki is out of our game? Should other add player? Not really. For that, Franco, the reason behind because it's a format, right? The formula of the All-Star game is to pick only one at first, one player per team, and then after that, to get those kind of forward defensemen, goaltender. So, Franco, at the end of the day, which player Montreal could send the All-Star game? I don't see anybody else. So, we'll see happening there. They should be marked about that for them. 2-0 Avalanche. Wow, long time ago. Randy, I'm at 3 still now. Take away John Leclerc, OT goal, don't, maybe. King and the trouble, Randy. If Gallagher got it like that, he may be on the Leonard Ramper list. You're absolutely about that. What? Connor scores second goal. Coach, TikTok combination. Randy, hope Gallagher get his act together. They have no room in this game anymore for his beer league. That's it. Hope the Islanders play is not too bad injury. Vive le Canadien. Bonne chance, mes amis. A great point, Randy, about that. This is something you're looking for, right? You don't want this happening to anyone for Montreal Canadiens player or for any other opponent players. I agree with you about that, Randy. Selke ranked Zuski on the top offensive player on his defense. He was rated as the top 5 at the another. Give him a credible other thing all time about this one over there. And the Florida Panthers win 3-2 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sam Reinhart and Barkov scored a goal. And Pittsburgh got 1 point on that one over there. But Florida got 2 points. They just satisfied the second position on the Atlantic Division. Game winner for the Florida Panthers tonight. Did you watch the game, Mark? Can have the best center on paper. They have, but it does not work according a suggestion. And I thought the wise Roger Delaney. Roger Colette, hello, coach. Strubble not as good as Arber. Strubble had a bad penalty also last night. Gallagher at 5 games, nothing you can do. Bergeron gave got the contract like Santa Claus. I agree with you about this, Roger, for Gallagher contract from Bergeron. Now, I will say to you, Strubble, the last couple of games, he struggled a little bit. Honestly, for that part of that. And yeah, bad penalty also like last night. And I don't know to tell you what the reason why he played only 12 minutes and Strubble play more minutes by the Montreal Canadiens staff. But you're absolutely right for your comments. To be fair, there are only a couple of ad players who went on the plus side of the plus minutes. Gallagher may be the worst, but too many guys on the ad are in the same boat. This is what happened on rebuilding team. I agree with you, Bob. But again, my point behind that, but it was just like Gallagher had the most minus 21 opportunity for him. So remember when they played Monahan, Gallagher, Pearson together, that line, it was like minus, 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 minus for that. The Bruins that barely beat the Circle last night. Yes, and top, especially with a very tough car, three goalie system featuring two very young goalies. Bob Gainey, Larry Rosen was the glue for the Ab Cup and winning in 1986. Coach or the team has set a record for the most point in a year and then got kicked out the first round pick. Some fans point to measure. Carrier or die unloading on 5 players. That'll be another subject for the time for that, Leon. But yeah, but a lot of things we don't know yet. You know, we think this is the end now. We know who they are, but this is the beginning of the what could happen after that, Leon. I'm curious to see what would be the outcome of that, Leon. It'll be interesting what the NHL is going to do. It'll be interesting what Team Canada is going to do, and we wish the best for the people that happened to them. About that, I don't want to talk about the Bruins. Golden night for Rangers too. Coach, do you trade Xhekaj for the first round pick? Great question, Zev. I will say to you, I said to Inartap, if the NHL draft is a good one like last year, and you get a first round pick top 10, all right, at top 12, at top 13, I would say to you, yes. Now, when I said that, you have two things to be in consideration. Is it too early right now to do that? I think so, because we don't know exactly the development of Lane Hudson. We don't know exactly the development of Adam Engstrom. We still don't know, honestly, Jaden Straubel development, right? And then what Caden Cody is going to become. And then we don't know yet what Xhekaj, it can be also a defenseman, what kind of defenseman he can be. So put this all together. I would say to you, I will wait longer. And then if nothing changed, everything we expect to be like Hudson, a great defenseman, Engstrom, Straubel, and it turn around that level, I would say to you, I would trade Xhekaj. I would trade Xhekaj. If ever the next 4 years or 3 years, whatever it is, Montreal go to make the playoff, right? And we know the playoff is more physical, everything like that. I feel for me, you can get a player like him in NHL. A Luke Shine, like example, like a Pokojian, a Kudas. You can raise those kind of deal at 35 years old, 36 years old, 33 years old, 32, whatever is the age of players, can play physical if you need that for that. But I think the defenseman, we're going to talk about Straubel, it can handle that kind of situation. Now, why Xhekaj? Because if he give you a solid value in return, right? And it could be any other defenseman play on the third pairing. If you get a first round pick, I will do it for that. But again, I will not do it right now. I will be a little bit more patient to do that because I don't know what Xhekaj could become in the next 18 months. I don't know what Hudson and Engstrom can become. So I don't want Montreal to make a deal with a defenseman. They are not sure what is their ceiling yet. I think we have to be patient about that. In my opinion. Steve G in the house. Welcome back, Steve. Thanks to be with us. Which team maybe offer a first round pick for the Jack? I don't know exactly, Fixer yet. The time we tell us Rangers not looking good for that. Go Habs, go GSM. Pittsburgh tied 41 seconds left. Here we go. I'm still where we at right now. Rangers 4-2. Flowers. I will look. RG. The Oilers will only get hard after he's been to NHL jail for that one. Pittsburgh tie it. So it should bench him for 5 more game mark. 3-0 Avalanche. Thanks for look. Golden Knight 5-2. Send Chicago the American for bad penalty mark. I don't think so. I think you have to You don't want to lose the mindset or the mentality of the players because someone make a mistake. And any circumstance, you don't punish a players for only one thing happening in one specific game, right? You only act that way if it's happened constantly about 4, 5, 6 games about that. I think an indiscipline, it could be an L3 scratch. But I will not send him a Laval or Rocket. I will not do it. I will keep Xhekaj right now until I can keep him. It does not hurt the team. Worst case, L3 scratch. That's it. Bring back Jordan Harris one game. Let him to reflect, to think about that. But I would be again that to bring him back in Laval with Laval. My only concern about this, my only thing, if he play 5 games, the next 5 games, he play only 12 minutes or below 15 minutes, I would prefer him to be Laval to play 20 minutes. But I would not do this for me just because he got 2 penalty or 2 bad games because of that. I think it's not the right things to do, in my opinion, for any players anyway. A lot of players that get burnt out are always an option to consider. Yeah, John, I talked about this a bit earlier, John. The buyout would be cost a lot in Montreal, 6 years. I would not do it yet for that one. I will said Art will be a corner. Was not only 30, but no, he cost them the game. He gave 33 the last laugh. For that one. Now, again, about Gallagher, you don't bench a Gallagher. About that. Why? Because he's a veteran. Why? Because he has a good career in NHL. What you do like that, you can talk to him. You can express your feeling. You sit with the player. It's all about communication, right? Now, you have a tendency to make a lot of bad penalties at the end of the game. I think yesterday it was his 5th time or 6th time, and the last 8 minutes of the game, he gave a 2 minute or 5 minute. So it's something he need to be correct. Now, I think for me, I would not help to scratch him. Hopefully, the next 5 games, he can learn something. And honestly, I would be cautioned to bring him back on the ice after the last 5 minutes for that. I'm completely, again, punish player that way. For me. I don't believe on that because you're losing the players, in my opinion, that way. For that. I want to say, go Habs, go, Fixer. About this one, save the channel, Fixer. Zach Perzi about the Paul Raymond book. Quick question for you, Coach. Does Gallagher still 133 players on the team during the suspension for that one? Yes, he is, Ghislain. Dwayne Conley Smite coming, Mark. As I'll have to give up his book, right? And they chant the title. I hope that you're right about book. Come about that. It was a forward, but Rent White was a trait. Was straight because Michel Therrien could not play him without having a penalty issue or kick out a few times. Yeah, it was straight to the Flyers, if I can recall it. Rand White. White, 18 years of career, 10 conference finale, some night as a product, but for me, went number 1. For that one, 3 Connie Smite. For that one. Jimmy Bean, I would trade Xhekaj for a first-round pick without doubt. I will move money in as soon as possible so that they will get the first overall pick. Great point about that. We talk about Xhekaj for many times, but I have a couple of subjects. For me, guys, has been defending a lot here about Manan to trade or not trade him. And I would say to you, not trade him if you get a salary under $4 million. And I said, trade him if you get more money and let it go. Then, sometimes you have to think more and you reevaluate everything. For me right now, and I would say, okay, but who would take his spot? right? I think for me, Monahan, you can get a first round pick in return. At the trade deadline, it's always highest. You have two reasons why the value increasing, right? Because first of all, the team want a player to have a better chance to win the Stanley Cup, where they believe they can win the Stanley Cup. Second thing is at that moment of the year is to see as the position who they are. Like right now, Monahan is only the second center at the traded line, has a value behind Langholm at the trade bait. So that increasing a little bit is high, is value around. Now, but who's going to take his spot? So then I sit and then I realize, you know what? You can trade Monahan, you get a first round pick, right? You can get something in return, a bad contract in return. I'll give you an example. I know many of you don't like it, but if you trade Monahan to the Vancouver Canucks, you can get a return, a first round pick from Vancouver Canucks, right? And then you pick up the bad contract of Kuzmenko, $5.5 million. Right winger, 5'11", 190 pounds, scored 30 goals last year, a plus with the Vancouver Canucks. Struggling right now with Rick Tocchet, everything like that. Yes, possibly it's not great on defensive. It's not matter for me. Montreal Canadiens cannot score any goal. They cannot. So it would not hurt to get Kuzmenko right now with the Montreal Canadiens. Possible next year it would be on your top 6. You don't have to run after any UFA during the summer. Anyway, they don't have a lot in UFA. We don't have any player right now in the Montreal Canadiens to play top 6. It's not Josh Anderson going to be your top 6. But right now, he's going to be Josh Anderson. So for me, to add Kuzmenko, you add a first round pick. Then at the trade deadline in 2025, is Kuzmenko have a good year like Monahan? I would say 25 goals, 20 goals. He's on the pace to score 30 goals again. A team are going to give him a first round pick in return. So from Sean Monahan, trade with the Montreal Canadiens for the first round pick with Monahan. Monahan get trade for Kuzmenko and a first round pick, and then you trade Kuzmenko and you get a first round pick in return. Monahan bring you 3 first round pick in return. Next year, Kirby Duck is coming. We have right now, if you bring Duck in the team, you have 5 players on the power play. You have to remove one of them. So you put out Monahan, you put Kirby Duck on the power play, fix the problem over there. You still have Christian Dvorak and Jake Evans can play on the face-off, on the face-off. And finally, him on the PK. You can have Christian Dvorak and Jake Evans, but Christian Dvorak could be that player again on Monahan. And Kirby Duck can play also on PK if you need it. So at the end of the day, the departure of Monahan does not hurt the Montreal Canadiens overall. Right? And you can get a solid pick in return, and you can get maybe another bad contract or another prospect. I don't say you have to be that direction, but for me, that would be the way I will do Monahan trade. And after you always said that, right? We don't know how long Monahan can play with no injuries. The risk is high. We're going to put this on the red side of the risk to get Monahan. So at the end of the day, I think Monahan should have to go. In my opinion. By the time we tell us. We still move on now. For that one, my favorite move, by the way, was to quit the team. So a discipline, a regular season, hockey, management, playoff hockey. About that one. Xhekaj did not cheat with his pad. I don't know Roy about that one over there. Something in the water. Franco taking Xhekaj on your teams on a cup run. 1 penalty away from last. The champion saw him 2 years ago. Won the League Reserve Jersey. Alexandre Daigle. They don't call penalties and the playoff. For that was Matt Martin play last night for Anderson. No, he was not on the. It was not GSM. Martin was not on the ice. He was not the lineup. Ted Howard said earlier. Maybe as well try out Mayo at the initial level. That does not have the standing to build. My brother. What I said was I trade Arber if it's the first one pick 1-5. Anything later is a gamble for that one. For that. Sasha, how many games he got? 5 games, Sasha, for Gallagher. Julien Wiseman, Vizna, welcome back in the house. Long time ago, there would be a bidding war for Shaman. Good for us. Great point about that, Julien. Hopefully doing well, by the way. Julien been here for the guys long time ago. I think Julien's maybe 1 year. Glad you knocked the door, by the way. Hopefully you're going to sign on the... Cole is right. The day of the fighter is over. Team don't want to take penalties about that. And again, I'll be honest with you. Xhekaj could be used well on the playoff. Xhekaj on the third pairing could be fine with the Montreal Canadiens. To be on the third pairing with the Montreal Canadiens, he needs to improve his discipline. He needs to improve his defensive zone coverage like any other players. This was the called progression development of our young player rookies. Like I said, I will not trade him right now. I will hold on this. We'll see how he's going to develop. And for the benefit of Montreal, hopefully he can be a solid defenseman in NHL, where I believe he can be. Again, guys, I'm not against him at all. I think you guys, you think I'm negative. I'm not negative. I see just Xhekaj at different level for me. For that one, RJ, the Bob Robert days are over. Leon Renault. If it's named, Marc Xhekaj could be a 4-line commander like Nicolas Derrier. On that one, guys, I'm always agree with that. I don't know why, but maybe they're thinking like we do right now. They're thinking maybe we have to wait the development of Hudson and anybody else, and maybe say, you know what, in 2 years, maybe move now Xhekaj forward. Defenseman, it would be better forward que defenseman. I feel that way, Alan, about Xhekaj, but, you know, at the end of the day, Alan, we never know what he can become, you know, still a defenseman reach his full potential in one opinion at 24, 25 years old, maybe 26, Alan. So we have to be a little bit more patient about that. For that. Xhekaj could be a good third pairing defenseman for the ad, expecting too much. More is expecting too much from him. Great point about this, GSM. At that moment, at that time, GSM is always to say, okay, is it better Montreal to have an Engstrom, an Hudson, a Strubble, a Cooley at that level, right? We don't know yet, but the time will tell us, GSM. I've been submitted. Thanks so much, RJ. About that question, Coach, how is everyone transposing Wi-Fi from defense is a giving easy chance for him? I don't get it. Please explain. I like the sheriff, but as for what it would be taking away his badge guns. For me, as a forward, it's a kind of player we don't have enough with the Montreal Canadiens. And yes, it's different, right? You have to think different way. But because he's really oriented offensive player, he's really smart hockey player as an offensive player. He have a great shot, by the way. He have an amazing great shot, Xhekaj. His accuracy guy is pretty good as a defenseman. Imagine as a forward, right? The key right now is to have to move his feet more, to understand the development of his option on offensive zone. I think it would be a quick adaptation for him. His physicality on the force checking will be great. On defensive zone, the transformation as a defenseman forward is easier at forward defenseman, and then they play a man-to-man at the end of the day. Guys, defensive zone, each one of you can understand that. First, you check always the guy at the blue line. That's your first option, right? If we play a 2-1-2, right, we're going to go that one. That's easy. Man-to-man, you pick the player you have to cover. That's easy too, right? It depends if you're F1, F2, F3, but you pick up your man. And thirdly, when you have a swarm in the corner, right, we bring 3 players in the corner or 2 players. The winger coming from the point come back in front of the net. That's it. That's all. And nothing else to do in defensive zone coverage. It's not like 25 different system. It's 3 system. That's it. That's all. So for me, I don't see a big adaptation. Now, I think for me, they want to be patient with him for his development, where I agree with them. But in the future, it would be great to have him to go that one. The Blues take the lead 1-0. Again, the Kraken. A great question. A sleeping prospect, a proven top 6 young product, I would take. Yes, I agree with you, Gary. I would take an example. All right. I would take a chance to trade Xhekaj for Kirby Dak, example. Gary. I would not trade Xhekaj for an Alex Newhook, Gary. But I would trade me Alexander Olds for Xhekaj. I would not trade Kaliev for Xhekaj. I would trade Owen Tippett for Xhekaj. We'll talk about the player established in NHL for that. I was on that push-up for the Anderson. I was wrong about him. You're not the only one Abination pushing for Pierre-Luc Dubois for that. Gary, you're absolutely about that, Gary. About Sorai was not good on defensive. So I don't think so. Xhekaj had the same potential like Sorai on the slap shot, everything like that. He don't have that kind of dimension. Wow, for that one coach. So sorry for. It's a good point for the Pittsburgh Penguins in attack. They should win this game, by the way. They have how many power play? He has physicality, which makes it fun playoff. He can put fear on the other team so they don't take a run or they try to get rough with your team. I agree with you about that one over there. I like Scott Steven. Pittsburgh get 1 point with the other team ahead of them, losing also lately. It's better get 0 point. That's the point about that one over there. And now it's 4-1, I believe, for Colorado away. That they call him back up way too fast, Mark. It's like the debate. It's about good Abination. How can you judge a player that we never play in the NHL playoff? I don't think so. I think I've never said that. I believe Xhekaj, it could be a good asset in the playoff. Like I said to me, Xhekaj is a guy can bring exactly what Kudos did, like Luke Shine did, like Danev, like many defensemen have physicality as the third pairing, Gary. I think he can go that direction with that for sure. Peter, what we know about the young defenseman, yes, Peter, this is the reason behind that. I said we need to be patient for that one. For that one. Hey, Coach, question for you. Do you feel more like a bartender or a psychologist listening to all of us fans? I think a bartender would be the best way to go that direction, Bob, and not a psychologist. Great point about that one. Great luck wig. Great point, Gary. When you think about this, Gary, this is remind me a lot. I think Jadon Strouble could become that kind of plus, Gary. Great point, Gary. But I think Strouble go that way. I love that one. We don't talk enough about Great Ludwig. Same player play is the same chain pad, chain guard for his live. And I went more to Mr. Shin Pad. Here we go, in Rabinov. You guys, you're awesome about that. You was good. Coach Laney was very average tonight to me, but there is only one game I watch, so I cannot be critical. so I cannot be so. Yeah, it's one game. You're right about this, Leon. I did not see the game, so I cannot get there. I think Lenny Lane would be fine. Play with his heart, or you was talking about Xhekaj. Add not in the rush, make a pressure trade. Great point about this, Gary, for that. Looking at the standing and ignoring the number of the game played, that also story. It's still early to know who's making the playoff GSM. Free Willie Nylander, Mark, about that. Dan, welcome back in the house with Colette. Welcome, Colette doing well, and you with Dan. Big one, hate like the Patriot. Hate is all based on the jealousy about that one over there. Monson has more money. You, Mark. I don't know what's that. And our tap, Jet going to win tomorrow night. I think they miss. And our tap, you just say you miss a lot of players there. A lot of they have banked up with the money. Your son Quinn play well tonight. College hockey, very exciting. If it's called Leon, this is a game to watch. Hopefully, I can watch again on ESPN Plus a bit later, Leon. But this is the game to watch for sure. If the ad trade, for example, Savard and Monahan, then we cannot complain that we don't want a many game fixer. I think Monson also punish. Kuzmenko is a great player. Mark, for Mike Boldy, one just for Andreas. Could go for Mel Boldy. Wes Johnson, two are excellent players for that point there. I'm still not sure about Kaliev, but Matt Boldy, yes, sir. You can like them or not is all right. Okay, does not make a then on his budget. By the way, Coach, what do you think of the Gallagher special? Do you think it's too many games? No. Then 5 games for me is a reasonable number. But management has made bad move about the future is catching up to them now. Because I just got overtaken by Bowser. Great point about this, GSM. And Rabinov. Thanks so much for all the like we got tonight. I repeat, I love Martin St. Louis, but I'm afraid they fire him to management. They're really bad. They really badly the Xhekaj. You know what, Frankie? Usually, it's not a player send a player at the Laval example. I don't want, again, you, but I don't see that way, Frankie. I don't see that way. By the way, guys, my poll question tonight is out. And my question tonight is about this. How many years does Coach Martin St. Louis plan to serve as the head coach of the Montreal Canadiens? Less of 3 years? 4 to 5 years? 6 to 8 years? Or 9 years et plus? This is a question pool we have. If you don't follow my channel or you follow my channel, every day, guys, we put a question on different subject, all about the Montreal Canadiens, 90%. And, you know, sometimes it's not easy, but I try my best. Sometimes we get 500, 600, 700. Never eat 800 yet, but that's okay. It's not about the number. It's about the participation, if you can. But it was the question, the poll tonight, so you can answer that right now if you don't mind. That'd be great. Who has better honors? Penguin deserve respect from all the hockey fans. For that, I repeat, I love Martin St. Louis, but I'm afraid they'll play for the NHL. I don't see that, Frankie. I don't know why you said that, Frankie. Sometime they have a reason behind that. I will say to you, Frankie, it's easy to send Xhekaj over Harris because of the waiver exam over Harris for that. But again, I respect your point of view about this. For that one. So, coach, I have to pull back the trade. Alas, again, I need to rethink ammunition. Another problem, Vino Terrien Julien. Fixer for sure is a black eye for some about Xhekaj. What can be said about the Canadian GSM? About that, Rick Tuckett, your main mark. Frankie Leonard, maybe St. Louis is too obsessed on the dual skill and becoming Waller. He tried with Gallagher, Anderson, and Xhekaj. What he does with this fixer, you talk about three players. Do you think he does the same thing with Sakoski? Do you think he does the same thing with Caulfield? Do you think he does the same thing with Doc? I feel, guys, I'll be honest with you, I don't see Martin St. Louis try to change Xhekaj as the defenseman. Okay, he does not really know the position of defenseman. Coach, you think will win the Super Bowl this year? I think I will go with the 49ers, but I could be wrong completely. I don't know football enough. Mark, about this, yes, you need to build a bullet for one avalanche. At least Gallagher is a fan. No Paul goes can win. And remember, others look like a legit contender. They have to be one of the favorites. I agree with you about this and Ravinoff. Or you talk about the NHL, maybe? I'm sorry about that. I thought the NFL. I'm not interested why they mess up about Xhekaj. Coley do minimum of 250 test mistake. I won't vomit when I see they try to broke mentally Xhekaj. I don't know, Frankie. I would said, I don't want to talk about this. But only thing I would say to you, Frankie, what they are less finished about Coley, they really believe Coley is the future with the Montreal Canadiens. Exactly the same thing we do Sakoski over Ilonen. You do the same thing with Coley over Xhekaj, Frankie, for me. I would be curious, Frankie, do you see Xhekaj top 4 in NHL pairing? Second pairing, first pairing for Xhekaj, Frankie, or you see him only as a third pairing for that? Thanks so much for the next like. For that one over there, we have a lot of people talking in the chat right now, back and forth. Bonjour, Maury, about that. Less than 3 years for Leon. Yeah, 1 more year to go. Of course, did anybody look up what's the license of the coach during the rebuild Habs Nation? Matthew 5, about that 2 more years for Martin St. Louis. Mark, coach professional women hockey league getting a lot of deserved attention. Any thought on eating in that league? Some make a big deal that we're eating are they are professional and play well. First of all, Franco, I will say to you, this is great. This is amazing league some to have a women league like they are right now. I would love to follow that, but I have no time to follow the PWHL. Have a barely time to follow 32 team Franco about that. But I hope some people will start to do a channel or talking about more about the PWHL. Site, website, or newspaper or social media. They will put one person in charge about that. Can we get someone maybe one day report about the PWHL 1 time per week with a 1 hour recording video? It could happen. But Franco, for me, I don't know the players. I don't know anything. 6 team I know. I really don't follow Franco. But for me, completely agree. This is great. The NHL try to helping the development of that league. Great for the women. They deserve it. They need it. And I hope for the hockey at the young age, for the girls, to have a hope to play one day professionally. And they have a role model like Poulain and many others. They can relate them face to that kind of player like we do with McKinnon and everybody else. So for that one, no, Harry, we cannot do that. Coach Richard, 5 years for that one. I turn around to be a good question for that one. 7 plus 7 years for Roy. I think the number of the season for Martin would be decided by how last the involved from the rebuilding team to a contender. I think Martin has a very long lash now. Is a lot of young players Great point about that, Bob. Um, I think, Bob, I will add with that part, Bob. It's all depend on the relationship Jeff Gordon can use and Martin Saint-Louis play a specific role with that. I will give you an example. I know John Cooper won many Stanley Cup, right, twice, but his relationship with Julien Brisebois and the duo together keep both together. The Joe Sakic with McFarland and Jarrett Bernard with the Colorado Avalanche keep longer with that. Mike Sullivan before with the staff of the Pittsburgh Penguins, now with Kelly with Carl Dubas, he's been there forever. Now with Dubas could be a change. Coach average right now, guys. If you hit the 4 years in NHL, you become a top 8 longest year in NHL. I think Martin Saint-Louis with under 3 years now, he's been 14 in NHL. That's crazy. Maybe 10. Saint-Louis will be coached until the core players give up on him. Management have no other option but to fire him. Great point about this, Jason. Martin Saint-Louis holding back, waiting for Arber management to give him a better tools that he will go in the NHL. For that, I will give Martin 3 more years max. They will maybe add some chance or see more experience. Great point. Thanks so much, Jason. Have you seen any of the WPHL or Men Professional Hockey League? Honestly, I did not see. I apologize. I see Xhekaj on my suit. I really like him. One day trade him, but lose his room at 100%. Frankie, again, I love people like you because that's make hockey good. That's make a channel like here better because we have fun opinion, and this is the beauty of that. That's what I would say to you. I'm not again you. I like that. Right? I was example, like for me, Guy Lafleur, he was my favorite players at any level, at any time of my life with the Montreal Canadiens. Any other player never reached, for me, Guy Lafleur. For you, it could be maybe Patrick Roy example. But that's you. That's respect that. For me, I respect how you think about Xhekaj. Now, could be disagree when you said maybe Martin Saint-Louis went to change. We can be disagree that way. But I have to respect for that, Frankie. You love Xhekaj. I have no problem with that part. And that's what the reason I ask you, how do you see him? Apparently, and then a very long time for Martin Saint because he used a golden relationship. Here we go. For that one, made to this. Jimmy Jumbo back in the house. Don't forget, guys, to click on the lights. Again, with francophone. I think it's a Franco-Ontarien and Rabina, but this is really out of my mind. Woof. Oh, he's born in Windsor, Ontario. Joel Kenville and Rabinoff. I could trade Barzell and Pajot. That would be fun. Barzell, I will think about this combination. Ryan at Martin will likely finish his 3-year concession through 2025. A great point about that. What Appler make the All-Star game, Nick Suzuki? Mark, I don't know. You are actually Martin Saints start at set 5, Leon. Xhekaj is a 3 pairing. That's a good point about this, Leon. And our tap, have you seen any of the, for him? Coach, I see Xhekaj on the 3rd pairing, but I see him a big leader player. Great point about this, Frank. I think as a leader, I think it could be not vocal, but more as behavior, right? You can lead on different ways, right? I think Shane Weber was not a big leader talking a lot, publicly around, but inside the room, the respect he brings on the game, his physicality, his size, and the way he was physical and everything, and plus he have a good offensive side. Talk about him. I don't consider Weber like Xhekaj, but my point behind this, Frankie, is Xhekaj had those kind of the behavior or characters, skill like Weber for his leadership, like his physicality and the size he can bring on the game, Frankie. I never could tell if Pat Burns was Francophone or Anglo. He was both in Rabinoff. I think Xhekaj should have stay in the American for some time. No reason to have to waive 7 play third center about that one over there. For that fixer, coach allowed Gary Lafleur as hockey players. So here we go. Definitely, as a new perspective, it would be interesting to see how he's developed Jimbo. At least Martin get an assistant former head coach. I wonder if Martin can coach again the very best in the playoff season, which require adaptation, fly constant right. But it's a great point about this fixer. It's a bit like the player never been in the playoff, right? First time. You look about McKinnon and then McDavid and the people who won the Stanley Cup, it take a period of time. I think Jim Montgomery for the Boston Bruins, he been in the playoff only twice. He lost the 2 first round for that part of that. What defensive pairing do you see for the rebuilding process? Are you talking about the players right now for the Montreal, Willie? Or if it is the case, for me in the future, I would like to see Mayo, Rebecca, Barron. And then I would love to see Angstrom, Hudson, and Strobel with Xhekaj, defenseman, number 7. I will keep Kovacevic under 8 until we see the defenseman. I will let go Savard and Madison in the next 3 years at the development for the Montreal Canadiens. Frankie, I would like to see Martin get a bench coach like Richardson. Here we go. Habs Nation about that one over there. Guys, I think we hit the 45, almost 45, guys. Usually we hit the prediction of the game of the tomorrow a little bit quicker, faster. First of all, guys, I want to sharing this with you. I never talk about my private life, although if I go fun to have the cheese stuff like that. But and the reason I'm here tonight, guys, because each one of you. Because sometimes life is hard, life is tough, life is challenging, life is adversity, life is bad news sometimes. And last night I got a bad news. I lost my cousin. She was my closest person in my life. My parent was very dysfunctional at home. I don't talk about my private life, but she was really the one make who I am today. And I was really close with her. I think at 8 years old, 6 years old, she's been a part of my life a lot. And she passed away with a cancer, started 6 months ago. But, I talked to her last time, January 6th, I believe. And she said, I have to go back home. I cannot live in Florida anymore. But I never thought it was really bad. And she passed away last night. And point behind that, when I once said to you guys, it's not to tell you that, but sometimes we have some kind of sadness, I had to walk outside last night. I have to take a break and then clean up my mind. And sometimes you have to go to work or to do something you love to do to forget. And that's the reason I'm here tonight. You can see myself like who I am, same way, smiling, have fun, sharing hockey. That's my passion, because that gave me a chance to not think about that. And that's my point behind that is to sharing sometime you have to move on with the life, but also you have to accept and then to do what you love the most, to forget. And that's the reason behind that. I just share with you to say to you, thank you so much, because you make my life better every single day. And we have disagree. Some people don't like me. That's okay, right? I'm not always right. I'm just a guy like you. I have our own opinion, everything like that. So, obviously, yes, my cousin Suzanne passed away, 72 years old, I believe, 71 years old, from a bad cancer. And life is short. And I feel regret because I need to talk to her since January 6th. We're almost at the end of the month. I don't know. It's bad. I feel bad. I think I feel more bad. It's not to say hi to her. And her husband never talked to me to tell me what's going on. And that's life. So anyway, thanks so much for all the words in the chat about that. We appreciate that. I just want to share with you about that. So, guys, we do the finish the show that way, guys. We want to talk about the prediction of the day. I know some of you don't participate at the Frenchy Quiz. They leave. If you're leaving, guys, I just want to say thanks so much to be with us. That's what we do at the Fun Friday night, guys. We talk live with your chat live, and we sharing with that part. And I just want to say thanks so much again for being with me tonight on the special night. We have to go to prediction of the night, guys. The prediction of the night. I'm going to put my stuff right here. Last week, guys. Last week. Yeah, I did it. First time of the year. I'm the boss and I'm alone. I'm not happy about that. I wish I would not be alone. Coach is on the bus with 10 good answers last week. Yamo 9, Ron, Nicolas with 9, Roy, Willie, and Gary, Luc, 7, and Artap 8. And then AK, Peter, Patrick, and RJ, and Fixer at 5 of that one over there. So I'm in the bus. So let's celebrate. I bring each one of you with me this week. I'm not going to be alone in Artap. All everyone follow me on the bus. It's a party time for 10 seconds. Here we go. So again, thanks so much, guys, for all the words in the chat. For now, I don't want to mention one, but everybody really very kind of you to say that for condolence or sorry about that. So thanks so much, everybody. When you have a boss, we have a jail. That's a bad thing about that. The jail, guys, bad news for Arber Xhekaj. For a second week, Arber Xhekaj stay in the jail to give us all the update, but he's not alone this week. Fixer is going to be with them for that one, and like Enarta does, he wants to buckle them in the jail. Here we go, Mr. Enarta. Here we go. They are in the jail on the next week. Congratulations, both of them. And like we do at the end of the show, guys, we do a Frenchy Quiz, but also we do a prediction of the weeks. We have 14 game tomorrow and NHL. 14 game NHL tomorrow. And they are there on the chat. You can, two ways to give it to me. You can put all the game right now here in the chat, all together, the 14 selection. Or you can email me at coach@coachfrenchy.com. That's the best way to reach me, honestly. We're going to put the clock up right here to give you everybody. We have about 3 minutes right there to give up that one over there. Absolutely, Google, right? Well said about this one, my friend. Steve G. Yeah, no problem, my friend, about that one. Thanks so much. RJ, again, Fixer, yes, you are right there, my friend. RJ, about this. Here we go. Time to set up my selection of the week. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Pittsburgh, Montreal. Hard one. Toronto, Winnipeg. Anybody know if Alibak is the goaltender tomorrow? I will go with Islanders and Florida Panthers. Not easy tomorrow. I don't know what to do with Vegas, Detroit, Florida Panthers, Islanders, Toronto, and Winnipeg, Montreal, Pittsburgh. All my 4 game. I'm not sure about that. Fixer, you cannot play. It's easy. Just put your name, your answer right there. We didn't see Patrick Leblanc tonight, by the way. 1 minute to go, guys. Anybody know if Alibak is between the pipe tonight? And you're welcome, Jumbo. I'll look forward to see you next time. There we go. RJ, Nicolas. All right, Jumbo. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much, Nicolas. 14 game on the program. Bob, time for me to go. Then you're welcome, my friend. I will see you tomorrow. Keep your stick on the ice. Yes, sir. I will do it, my friend Bob. Awesome, Nicolas. The time is up. We wait a little bit before we go to Frenchy Quiz. Not a bad Pittsburgh fans. Don't know. Nedeljkovic between Jake Allen. Jake Allen is between the pipe tomorrow, but Nedeljkovic was between tonight. I think. Sorry for you. Thanks so much, Mr. GSM. Everybody, guys, I appreciate a lot, by the way. Dan Hasham, thanks so much. Oh, that's perfect right here. We got like five just straight. Dan, me, Luke, Gary, Steve, all together right there. That's a great, great snapshot right there. Here we go. We're going to move on, guys, on the Frenchy Quiz tonight. The clock is not start yet. And up top is the winner of the Frenchy Quiz last week, a tie with Andy Kuivula. Both of them are 4 together. And you're welcome, Fixer. And that's what we got tonight. Willie Snyder. Thanks so much. There we go. Go to set up the Frenchy Quiz, guys. I have to set up the drum ball here. There we go. I look like I'm fine. I'm good. I want to delete that. 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? Here we go. Which NHL team holds the record for the longest streak with a minimum of 1 goal? So, which team score at least 1 goal with the most consecutive game? Is it Toronto, Islanders, Pittsburgh, Edmonton, or the Calgary Flame? Good luck, everybody. Tonight, Frenchy Quiz. RJ, go with Edmonton. Thanks so much, RJ. Nicolas, go with A. Roy with D. Willie Snyder, go with A. So far, we have A and D. Claude, go with D. Edmonton. Luc Lafontaine, go with D. Edmonton. GSM, go with C. Pittsburgh. Mr. 999, welcome back in the house. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. You go with D. Rain, welcome back, by the way. Hopefully, doing well in Alaska. Go with Pittsburgh. So far, we have A, C, D. Sam P, welcome back. Go with B. Islanders, welcome back. Sam P. I'm waiting maybe for an Artap if he's still here. An Artap, go with A. A2, welcome back in the house. Bonsoir on the go for the jet. Dan, thanks so much. Dan to information. Here we go, guys. I think we can go now to the next one. And after what Luciano said to you. Oh my God! Nobody win the first question of the night, guys. The Calgary Flame in 1986. They have over 294 games straight game with one goal. The Calgary Flame or 264 game are the team, and nobody have that wins that answer tonight. And I thought said B for Luciano. It was wrong for that one too. Nobody got the first question of the night. I think I take the lead 1-0 tonight over each one of you, to be honest.
Oh my God!
Here we go. Question number 2. Same province. Which defenseman from the list below did not achieve 50 multi-point game since the 2020-2021 season? Which one of them did not reach 50 game plus multi-points? So 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 point, right? 0-2 or 2 goals or 2 assists. Can use Erik Karlsson, Adam Fox, Victor Ekman, or Roman Hosey. One of them never reached the total of 50 goal, 50 multi-point game since 2021. We got right. That was great in 1980 GSM. I go with you. I thought it was going to be Calgary SMP. RJ go with B. Thanks so much, RJ. Nicolas go with E. Steve G go with E. There we go. Wait for a few people. Give us an answer. The minute is quick. Will you go with C? Claude Richard go with E. We wait for Roy, Luc Lafortune, and Artap, Sam P, Dan Asham. What are your answers? Sam P go with C. Luc Lafortune go with C. Double C right there. With Willie Snyder, we have 3E. We have 1B. Roy will go with B. GSM with D. And Artap with A. And Rain with A. How about that? We wait for Luciano. Willie Snyder gave us an answer. Gave us C. Do we have anybody else? Dan, Luciano goes C. Here we go. And Artap with A. And Fox for Luciano. Do we have anybody else? A2 go with E. Roman Uzi. How about that one over there? Here we go, guys. Are you ready?
Oh my God!
Oh, B. Erik Karlsson, guy, never reached the total of 50 multi-point games since 2020, 2021. Hughes did it. Fox did it. Edmund did it. And Ozzy did it, ladies and gentlemen. And with that part, guys, RJ and Roy are the two people have a good answer at question number 2. And let's move on. Question number 3 of the night. Question number 3. Gary said D and Dan with E, but no effect. We are both wrong. As the most recent update, how many active NHL players have achieved 1,100 points in their career? Are active? Do we have 3 players right now with over 1,100? 4, 5 players, 6 players, or 7 players? How many players have 3 NHL? 3. Yeah. How many active NHL players have achieved 1,100 points in their career? 3 players, 4 players, 5 players, 6 players, or 7 players? Good luck, everybody. Fuller look at real good tonight. Maybe have the goalie for the future. Finger crossed. Thanks for sharing with us, A2, about that. I think someone talked about this game earlier in the chat, but not much. I was Leon about that. Will you go with E? Nicolas go with B. I would definitely watch the game letter A too. RJ go with C. Dan go with A. Mr. N go with 999 go with D. And then we have Claude Richard with C. We have Roy with A. We have Rain with D, following by GSM at B. Luc with D. Sam P at A. We wait for Mr. Enartap and we wait for Mr. Luciano. Enartap go with C. Thanks so much, Mr. Enartap. Here we get Willie. Luciano go with D. CG go with C. Willie. Dan. Willie said E. I apologize. He was the first one upstairs. Whatever about that. We'll give you 10 seconds, guys, to give you answer number 3 of the night. Here we go.
Oh my God!
Oh, we are better now. We have got the answer is C on that one over there. RJ Calabro, guy, take the lead at 2. But now, Claude Richard, Enartap, and Steve G score a goal on that one. And with the right are now trade by 1 answer behind of RJ. If your name is not mentioned, it's because you are now 0 and 3. But we're not tell them. We're not going to tell to anybody for that one. Question number 4. 2 to go. Here we go. Question number 4. Which NHL team below has never had 30-plus straight game without allowing more than 3 goals? One of them never reached that total. We know Winnipeg just did it. Is it Montreal, Calgary, Pittsburgh, Detroit, or the Minnesota? Which team never reached the 30-goal straight game without allowing more than 3 goals? Gary B and Dan D. Both of them was in the middle of that one over there. 5-1 Colorado Avalanche against the King. 1-1 the Blues, the Kraken. Dumoulin score for the Kraken. Dumoulin, defenseman of the Pittsburgh. Nicolas go with A with Montreal. Thank you, mon Nicolas. Nicolas active with us tonight. Bad time for you, Nicolas. Claude go with A. Steve go with B. A2 go with D. Whoa. GSM with E. ND. AK back and out with C. 999 with C. Willie with D. We have Luc Laforcine with A. And Arthur go with D. Sampi go with C. Roy go with D. D for Detroit, Willie. That's a great smart move, Willie, about that one. RJ go with C with Pittsburgh. We're going to wait. Luciano go with D like Enartap. Thanks so much, Enartap. Great connection between both of you. Do we have anybody else? We'll wait 10 more seconds, guys. Roy gave us answer. Claude gave us an answer. And Arthur gave us an answer. There you go. Gary go with B. Thanks so much, Gary. Here we go, guys.
Oh my God!
You're right, Gary, about that one over there. Gary scored the first goal of the night with the answer B. Calgary is again on the board. On that time, never reached the 30-goal straight game. And Mr. CG tied the game with RG. Right now, lead at 2. Then Roy, Claude, Enartap, and Gary Calgary, all of them can tie the game tonight if Roy and Steve, if RG and Steve are wrong. If you are 0-4, now you can participate for one more if you can score and not get a shootout tonight like Willie and Luc Laforcine. Which player from the Avalanche below has never scored 5 goals in the span of 2 games in the franchise history? Which one of them did not score 5 goals a plus in the span of 2 games, back-to-back game, and the Colorado Avalanche? That's not count, guys, the Quebec Nordic. Only the Colorado Avalanche history. Is it Sakic, Burakovsky, Landeskog, Rantanen, or McKinnon? This is really important for RJ and Steve G. Steve and Willie are from Colorado. They should know the answer. A2 go with E, with Nathan McKinnon. Followed by Claude Richard. Claude go with Burakovsky. Claude is 1 and 4. Could tie the game, by the way, if he is right. RJ go with C, Landeskog. If he is right, could win the game automatically. Nicolas 0-4. Can he go with a 1-5 or 0-5? Andy go with Sakic. Andy show up late, unfortunately. Willie Snyder go with B. Willie tried to tie the game. No, Willie is 0-4. Mr. 9-9 with Burakovsky. About this, Luc Laforcine go with Joe Sakic. Wait for order answer. We missed Steve G. Important for Steve G. Roy and our tap. Very important answer for that. Steve go with A. By the way, by Roy at A. JSM go with C. About that one. I'm going to opposite what I think the answer is A2. Sam P will go with B. And Arthur go with B. Port Leonard. Luciano go with C. For that one over there. Nicolas go with B. Go GSM. Here we go, guys. This concludes the last answer of the night. If RJ is right or Steve G is right, it could be over about that one over there. And we'll see the answer. Rain go with D about that one.
Oh my God!
And guys, Rain is right. It's Mika Rantanen and Gary Conway knocked the door at the last second to tie the game at 2. Gary Conway tied the game with Roy, with Steve G and RJ. Rain got 1 goal. Rantanen never had 5 goals in the span of 2 games with the Colorado Avalanche. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We got tonight 3 winners on this board, on this Frenchy Quiz. RJ, Steve G, and Gary Conway have a winner of that one there. Gary Conway now at 3W this year. We have RJ, his first W of the year, exactly like Mr. Steve G. And RJ have won on that one over there. Congratulations, my friend. And I think, Andy, you did only 3 questions tonight, I believe. So hopefully you're doing well, by the way, about that. Here we go, guys. Another great fun Friday night. Hopefully you enjoyed the Kraken take the lead 2-1, by the way, on that one. What a great night. Hopefully you enjoyed the fun Friday. This is all about. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock p.m. Montreal holds the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yes, and Arthur is going to tell me that at the end. You know what, my Arthur? I took Montreal just in case I balance my night. What if I open my soul? Sorry about that. A little bit loud. Here we go, guys. What a great night. Great comments in the chat, guys. You're amazing. You guys make that show so good. Tonight, I think it was a great conference talking about Gallagher suspension. Wi-Fi was on the conversation. We talked a little bit about Martin Saint-Louis overall. And I have more subject, but I think overall, guys, your comments in the chat are excellent to keep the conversation all the way. Money and trade was another one tonight about that. And thanks so much, my friend, Mr. Nartap. But before we leave, guys, we want to remind each one of you, of course, You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Greatness inside of you. This is who you are. And inside the locker, inside of the Hockey Nation, the App Nation. What a great night, Mr. Ari and Nicola. Andy, have a good night. We have enough tap, Mr. Willie Snyder, RJ Calabo again, moderator Luciano, and enough tap. Thanks so much. And Steve G, Abination, Roy, Rain, Dan Asham, Mark Libet earlier today, JSM, A2, and Rabinov, Sam P, Luc Laportine, 999, Claude Richard. Do we have other people earlier in the chat? We have A2, like I mentioned to you. Gary Cornoyer is in the chat. I tried to get a bit more earlier. Let's go more a little bit earlier. Mark 699, Dan Asham, Khaled Asham, Jimbo, Alan Vayako was there. Gogol was with us a little bit earlier. Franco Iacono and Rabinov. We have Ghislain Laframboise was with us a little bit earlier. Too many guys to mention, every one of you. Well, I just want to say you guys, thanks so much. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow night. Abby Nation was with us too tonight. It was fun to have each one of you to be with us tonight. But be well, BL. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? Nicolas Philip, 2024, 3-1 Krakens over the Blues. What a great night, everybody. Again, thanks so much, my friend. And I can wait to see you next time. And of course, the Habs Nation and the Hockey Nation wants to tell you one more thing. We love you, people. Have an amazing, great weekend, everybody. Be safe. And remember, guys, life is short. Don't hesitate to reach someone. Don't hesitate to say to someone you love them. Don't hesitate to fulfill every single day like your last day of your life. Love you, people. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock p.m. Oh, 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 oh. Booyah!